I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Hey, what's up guys? Average Sniper here, and today I wanted to make a short video giving my opinion and asking you guys' opinion about something in PUBG. There's a lot of YouTubers out there, including myself, of course, that have made videos about, what PUBG did wrong, what PUBG could do better, but I would like to focus more on the positive and talk about what PUBG did right, regardless of whether we're talking about PC or Xbox PUBG, just what they did right. And I'm going to take a small moment or a few minutes of your time in this video to talk about what I think they did right, if you care to listen. But what I really want to see is the comment section light up with what you guys think PUBG did right, what your favorite thing about it is, or just pretty much anything about PUBG, that's positive. And let's go from there. So the first thing I think that PUBG did right was the concept. Of course, there were other Battle Royale games before this, and the original idea for Battle Royale was actually inspired by a movie called Battle Royale that was made. It was a Japanese movie in the early 2000s. But the way that PUBG did their specific concept of Battle Royale is very unique, and I don't know if it can ever be beat. Of course, somebody can make a better game with better graphics, more optimizations, but can you really beat the original concept of PUBG and, all the fun that it brings? So that's the first thing I like. I think that PUBG did right was the entire concept around their game. There's really no other modes other than the Battle Royale except for the special events they occasionally do on the weekends with War Mode. PUBG is all about Battle Royale. It's all about being the last man standing in a hostile environment. All right, so the second thing I really like about PUBG is the intensity that it brings. Now that there are other Battle Royale games out, you get the intense feelings, but PUBG, for some unknown reason, seems to give me the most hardcore feeling of intensity when I'm in that final circle. Now, after a few hundred chicken dinners, obviously that feeling of intensity isn't as much as the first time, but I still remember, out of all the hundreds and hundreds of chicken dinners I've gotten, I still remember the very first one. I can remember almost the entire gameplay, where people were when I killed them, what I did to get the last kill. It was very lucky, actually. I just turned around and killed the last guy after he started shooting at me. I didn't even first-person aim. It was insane. But my heart rate building up to that moment, and maybe I'm a nerd for this, for getting a high heart rate while playing a video game. I don't know, but my other friends have described the same thing. Sweaty palms, high heart rate. I honestly thought on my very first PUBG win, I might have a heart attack. I was like, I might have to take second place because I might have a heart attack fighting this last guy for first place. It was crazy. I've honestly can say I've never played another video game that gave me that incredibly awesome, intense feeling. Now, the other Battle Royales give a similar feeling, but I'll have to give PUBG the win for, the most intense moments I've ever had in any video game. And the third thing is the realism. PUBG has a perfect balance between, in my opinion, a perfect balance between reality and a game. Obviously, there's still things that happen in the game that couldn't happen in reality, like the way we drive cars in PUBG. Everybody complains about the car mechanics, but if you drive a car into a tree at 100 kilometers per hour, you're probably going to die almost instantly, I would think. But in PUBG you can live, but we still complain, oh, that took like half my health when we ran into that, or oh, the car blew up because we drove it off of a cliff. Okay, so I think there's a lot of things in PUBG that are realistic, but there's just as many things that are unrealistic too, especially like headshots. If a guy's not wearing a helmet and you shoot him in the head with like a UMP, he doesn't die on the first bullet. Well, I'm pretty sure in most situations in real life, if you shoot a guy in the head, he's out, unless some magical thing happens where the bullet bounces off the skull. So there's a lot of things in PUBG that are not realistic, but there's just as many things that are realistic. And overall, it gives the game a fun but realistic feeling so that you don't feel like you're in real life, but you don't necessarily feel like you're in a video game all the time either. So concept, intensity, and realism so far. The weapons. This is another thing I think they did right in PUBG. And now I'm not talking about the way the weapons work. I'm just talking about the weapons in general and how they put actual real life weapons into the game, and partly the way they work, how they try to model them after how the weapons work in real life, how you can put different attachments on the weapons, how you can choose how to use the weapons, single, burst, full auto. I think they did a really good job with the weapons that they chose to put into the game. Not too much to talk about there, but there you go. The timing, the length it takes for that match to get over. There's something so addictive about PUBG. No matter how much you play it, you want that win. If you play all day and don't get a chicken dinner, there's just something that feels like unfulfilled. And part of that has to do with how long the matches are, believe it or not. If the matches were only 5 minutes long, you'd have a much better chance of getting chicken dinners. But since the matches actually take between 30 and 35 minutes on the regular maps, Erangel and Miramar, to get that chicken dinner, it makes you want it even more, because you spend all this time, regardless of your playstyle, whether you're an aggressive player, a passive player, a camper, or someone who wants to try and win without ever picking up a gun, it's still going to take you 30 minutes to the end of the match to accomplish that. So that is pretty unique, and I think that's one of the things they did right in PUBG. Other Battle Royale games are faster paced, but I think PUBG needs that slower paced gameplay to stay original and stay true to the original concept. So Playstyle, and this is one thing that would probably apply to other video games as well, but I think PUBG did an especially good job of this. You can play any way you want in PUBG. You can be the most aggressive player in the world, or you can be the biggest camper in the world. It doesn't matter, because kills don't matter. All that matters is that chicken dinner, unless you're going for some kind of achievement or rank or something like that. But all that really matters is that win. So whether you finish the match with 10 plus kills, or just 1 kill, or even 0 kills because the last guy somehow fragged himself or died in the blue, doesn't matter. You can adapt any play style you want, however you feel like playing. Some days I feel like playing like a complete maniac and rushing everyone I see, even if I know they're going to kill me because they have a better position or better cover than me. Some days I just kind of play like in a relaxed mood. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to mess with that guy because he's got a better position than me and I'd probably lose the gunfight. Other days I don't feel like even moving, so I'll just basically camp around and, kill anybody that I see close to me, but I won't push gunfights or anything like that. It's a crazy game that doesn't force you to do things like other games that are more close quarters do. It's hard to find a spot where people aren't going to attack you. In some games, it's hard to find a spot where the action is always happening. But in PUBG, you basically play how you want to play. You want to be aggressive? Land at the military base, land at the school, or go to gunshots. If you want to find gunfights in PUBG, it's really not that hard to do. And if you absolutely can't find somebody, go ahead and fire your machine gun off in the air for 20, 30 seconds. See how many people show up to see where you are. So there's all kinds of ways to play PUBG. Well, that's it, guys. So for me, it's the concept, intensity, realism, weapons, the length of the matches, and that you can choose any play style you want. I'm really looking forward to reading the comments and seeing what you guys think PUBG did right. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video or the next live stream. Later!